early start today. We're going to Coeur d'Alene in Idaho. So first, coffee. We are officially in Idaho. Looks a lot like Montana with these trees so far, but we just crossed. What is that? All right, so the plan was to go to a Passport America RV park in Idaho. It says no reservations, so we showed up and they did not have room for us. So we looked around. Ceasar wanted to get his truck checked out at a mechanic's place in Idaho, in Coeur d'Alene, because he thought it was making like a weird noise. They hooked up the diagnostic thing to his truck and said that it was fine. It just needed to not be put in a certain gear as it was going downhill or something like that. So we kept trucking along, decided to go ahead and cross the state line into Washington. And we are about 29 miles from a free boondocking site that we're gonna stay at. But the truck keeps acting weird, like not having any get up and go or power. So hopefully we don't get stuck or something bad happens with the truck. So for now we pulled over just for a little bit so he can let it cool down and figure out what the problem is with the truck. It is a lot warmer here in Washington than I expected it to be. I thought we were gonna have cooler weather all our entire time up north, but it's like, I don't know, 75, 80 degrees. It's pretty warm. So let me show you on the map where we are. We started off down here in South Texas and went all the way up and around and through Idaho, and we are in just outside of Spokane, like literally just outside of Spokane. Our goal is to come over here, maybe take the Pacific Coast a little bit, go down into Nevada, up a little bit through here, go to Yellowstone, then back down. We'll see though. We'll see. If this truck cooperates, then we'll continue on. And if not, then I guess not. You thirsty, bud? So this is our spot for tonight. Found it on, surprisingly, hello, freecampsites.net, as a lot of our sites that we've been boondocking, if not all of our sites. It is secluded out here. We have to go down this dirt road, but it is a campsite. Like, they've got bathrooms over here and they've got like a little information thing, and it says you can camp here for up to 14 days. We got here and it was super hot. Of course, not Texas heat, but it was like 90 degrees and there wasn't a ton of shade. Now that it's getting a little bit later, right now it is 7, so it's not as hot, thankfully. But yeah, this is our place for the night. Ceasar's truck is not doing so well, and of course it happens to start having an issue right when we're at the furthest point from home. So we're gonna find a Ford service center and see if we can get it looked at, see what's wrong with it. As he's riding it in on the freeway, he says that it feels like it's overheating, or it doesn't want to like have the get up and go, the power to go. So he is a little concerned about it, and we don't have a mechanic out here, so we're trying to figure that out as we go. So we're gonna get up really early tomorrow and head back towards Spokane, which is about 37 miles from where we are backtracking, unfortunately, so we can go to that Ford dealership and then hopefully get it fixed. I guess spend that time, you know, hanging out in Spokane somewhere, and then I don't know, then I guess we're back on the road. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's what we've got so far. This is probably the first day on this 2-week trip that I'm kind of like, ready to go home. But I think it's just we had a rough day today. I was a little concerned. We barely made it to this site tonight. There's nobody around us. It's brutally hot when we got here, but not as brutally hot like Arizona. Arizona is 120 degrees every time we go through there. This is only like 90, but with no shade, and we came in the very hottest part of the day at like 3-4 o'clock. We hadn't eaten all day. We'd been in the car driving. We had these truck issues, and I think we were just like, oh, you know, and then we were hoping to stay by water. The kids were hoping to stay at this RV park where they were going to have a swimming pool. It would have been perfect, but instead we are at this free campsite with nobody around us, which is good, but you know, truck issues. Now we got to wake up at 5 in the morning to be hitching up this RV and on the road to get to the service center by 6 a.m. and see what's wrong with it. And hopefully it's not an arm and a leg. I'm hoping not to have to pay a ton of money to get this truck taken care of, but you know, vehicle issues are never cheap, right? So there are cool little information booths here, but you would think they would tell me what that thing is. I think it's a barn of some sort, but it doesn't tell me. It just says you could see wildlife. As long as I don't see them up close, I'm good. Vehicles must stay on designated areas, no shooting. That's good. Pack it in, pack it out. The Great Washington State Birding Trail. Okay, very nice. And then we saw this cool thing over here that Ivy and I read when we first got here, and it was basically about the people who lived here back in 1910, and from 1902 to 1910, and then they had a fire in 1998 when this home burned down. So pretty cool to learn about it. People occupied this spot as a homestead 100 years ago, over 100 years ago. So pretty cool. This is our campsite for the night. But now it's not so bad. It's starting to cool down a little bit. The kids are playing target practice with Ceasar with a BB gun and like a water bottle and a plastic spoon or something. And that's it for now. Washington is a lot hotter than I expected it to be. I expected Washington to be cooler, kind of like North Dakota and a little bit of Montana, but instead it's like Texas. So I don't know, we'll see how long we'll stay here in Washington before we keep moving on our journey. Not a very big explorer, but now I'm curious. It doesn't say we can't go through here, and I see like another information board. The only thing I'm worried about is Ceasar. I don't know if he was teasing me or what, but he's like, watch out for snakes. What? There better not be snakes out here because I will scream and run as fast as I freaking can. And of course I am wearing flip-flops because it's so damn hot when we got here. But let's go look at this information board. There better not be any snakes, y'all. For real. I'm gonna go back into the air condition if I see anything moving in these bushes. How spooky is that, right? Doesn't say I'm trespassing. It says like it's a campsite over here, so I should be okay. Let's see what this says. Folsom Farm. That's where we are. Folsom Farm. This was sheep country before the Northern Pacific Railroad brought rail travel to the territory, amassing thousands of acres of land in compensation for building the railway, Northern Pacific Company brought thousands of immigrants to scablands eager to farm the grass-covered hills and coulees of the region. Patrick Corkery, an Irish immigrant and railroad worker, purchased this land from the railway and later sold it to Frank and Mary Folsom, who built the farmhouse that once stood here. That's what that other sign said. Fish Trap Train Depot connected the surrounding settlers to Spokane and beyond. Get-togethers at Fish Trap Lake Resort provided a chance of entertainment and a sense of community. Today, the ditches that drained the rich bottomlands and meadows for farmland have been filled, and the meadow and wetland habitats have returned. Okay, so this is what was here. Fish Trap Depot. Maybe that's what that is over here. And the Lake Resort. Oh, all right. All right, you see how there's a picnic table over there? And a fire ring. So, I should be okay. I'm looking out for snakes. See, there's a little information thing there. Like how further do I go? Look at these tall grass things. I don't want a snake to come out. Ah! Okay. Guess these are like the stables or a barn, right? Picking stones is a regular spring task. It is the surest crop of the year, never affected by rain, drought, blizzard, or heat. See these holes in the ground? Those are snake holes, right? I mean, seriously. I was gonna go check that out, but I'm kind of a scaredy cat. Look, there's like a little pond or something. Oh, I'm scared. Oh, I don't want snakes to come out. What is that, ducks? I hear talking. Is that my family or somebody else? Let me see. Oh my God. Okay, let's go look at what's over here. Oh, this is pretty. Okay, I'm on this little hill. Okay. Oh my God. What am I getting? Bats? Bats? Oh. All right. I think I'm done with this. I came, I saw, I went. You guys are welcome. I'm going back into the camper. And yeah, where there's no snakes or bats, bugs. I'll tell you how much I love camping.
Put the gun on safety first, and then you have to aim where your target is.
Uh-huh.
Our target's the spoon.
Okay.
And then there's crosses on here, so you're supposed to put it right where the crosses are.
Okay.
Then, when you're ready to shoot, you put the safety, because there's this little red line.
Wait, where's the red? Okay.
And then
All right,
you
and
shoot.
Just over.
Just over
Darn
it.
it. Through
Yes,
it.
not go through it, silly. Okay, what are you doing, Nick?
Alright, so we're gonna snipe that bottle all the way over there from like here, like 10 feet long.
Yeah.
So this is how my dad taught me how to shoot
Go ahead.
the gun.
Show us.
So first what you're gonna do is you're gonna try and like get the bottle dead center as soon as you find it.
Yeah.
When you find it, you are gonna put it on not safe. That's when you can shoot.
Okay.
Whenever you're done putting it on safe, you breathe in and you fire.
Oh!
Even if it's not loaded, and if it's still not on safety, and it's on safety, never be in front of a gun.
Never.
Never, because it might accidentally shoot.
And you don't point the gun at...
You don't point the gun at any creatures and nobody.
You don't point at anything you do not want to kill.
Yes.
And
Like-
this is just a BB gun though, right?
Yeah.
Good. But BB guns can hurt if somebody gets shot with one.
Shoot your eye out, kid.
So be careful.
Lights, camper, action.
Follow our adventures on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.